Thanks for joining us for Understanding Real Estate with Realtor Becky Cobb of West Cobb Alliance, part of the ReeceNichols Real Estate Group in Neosho.
So Becky, let's say that I've had the home inspection done on a house that I want to purchase. How are we going to negotiate those repairs?
Okay, so one thing is you got to take a good look at them. It really depends on the type of financing you're getting. If you're getting an FHA loan, a VA loan, or a rural development loan, sometimes there are repairs that must be done for that purchase to go through. We call those lender required repairs. So those repairs have to be done prior to closing on the property. So that's one thing you may need to negotiate that way. And sometimes sellers may have, say, we'll pay up to $1,000 for repairs and they won't go beyond that. So you may have to invest some of your own money to go ahead and get those repairs completed. Another way I always advise my buyers is, if a repair is something that you can handle yourself, maybe we negotiate for some money. So we say, okay, so this is going to be maybe about a $2,000 repair or a group of items that need to be repaired, and it's going to take around $2,000. That might be a time just to negotiate a lower purchase price, and then you go ahead and take care of those repairs on your own once you own the house, because you are going to have that repaired better at the way you want it done as compared to the guy that's trying to sell the house. He's like, I don't care that much anymore. All right. So if you want things done a certain way, if you like things done to a certain standard, I'd say whatever you can repair yourself, you're way better off to do that, even if they won't pay for it.
So tell us, Becky, how do we refinance our mortgage?
Well, hopefully you, first of all, have kept your credit spotless since you first purchased your home, and so that you still have a good credit score and are credit worthy. That's really important, first of all. I always would recommend talk to one of your local lenders. I'm really big on dealing with local lenders because they know what programs work for the area where you are. And so we've got lots of great local lenders here in Southwest Missouri. Absolutely talk to them first. Some anticipation that, rates may go down. It's, November of 24, and we're hoping that we'll see some rates go down possibly before the end of the year. So you always want to keep an eye on that too if you're looking about doing a refinancing.
So for this morning, Becky, sometimes you'll see a listing maybe on realtor.com that says contingency of sale. And what does that little marker mean?
Basically, what that means is that the buyer and the seller have entered an agreement that the seller will sell their house to the buyer once the buyer gets their existing property sold. So, Carl and I have a house at 123 Main Street, and we want to buy the house over here on South Street, but we don't have our house under contract yet. And so we enter into an agreement with the folks over on South Street that says once we sell our house on Main Street, we'll buy your house. So we do have a legal and binding contract with them at that point. However, they have the option, the seller over there on South Street has the option to kick us out. And if they find another buyer that's ready to go ahead and purchase their property without selling something first, they can say, Becky and Carl, get out of the way. We're going to go with this other buyer. So your realtor can explain to you a little bit in more detail about how that would work. But mostly my message is, if you see something that says contingency of sale and you're like, oh, well, I can't get that one, you're wrong. You can get it. You can step in and still purchase that property. So don't dismiss those when you see them.
So, Becky, why do I need to have homeowners insurance?
Well, you don't have to have homeowners insurance. Is your house paid off?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, if your house isn't paid off and you've got a loan, then yes, you do have to have homeowners insurance. Your lender is not going to allow you to accidentally burn down their house and not have anything to rebuild it with. So, yeah, homeowners insurance is required when you have a mortgage. I have had the case, which makes me nervous, but some people that have totally paid off their houses and have canceled their homeowners insurance. As a realtor, when I find out that, and I'm always a little bit nervous when we have that listing and we're under contract, because I'm like, you know what? One thunderstorm, one, stray lightning bolt, and we could be in big trouble here. So I think it's a good idea to always carry homeowners insurance. But if your house is paid off, it's your risk.
So, Becky, do you need homeowners insurance if your house is already paid off?
Well, Luke, you don't need it, but it's highly advisable. Years ago, I had a lady that her home was paid off. She canceled her insurance, and then I listed her property. I didn't know it until we were about ready to close. The buyers were asking for early possession, which I really don't like to give, but we thought we might in this particular case. And then when we found out there was no homeowners insurance on the property, I said, absolutely not. The reason is the seller had no protection if that new buyer did anything that damaged the property, no protection whatsoever. The new buyer's insurance wasn't going to take effect until they actually closed on the property, and therefore there was no protection for either party if something happened to that house, and that's just too big of a risk in my opinion. So no, you don't have to carry homeowners insurance if you paid your house off, but I'd say it's highly advisable, and I'm sure there's several insurance agents that would be agreeing with me.
If you would like to know more about understanding real estate, you may contact Becky Cobb at 417-592-3245 of the West Cobb Alliance, your realtors for life. Find out more on the web at neosho.homes.